without thinking consciously about it. Now, let's talk specifically about one of the most intriguing areas of the research: how music affects our emotions and our memories. Based on what researchers have discovered, music has a direct effect on the parts of the brain that process emotions and store memories. Please take a look at this picture. The part of the brain believed to play a fundamental role in storing and retrieving explicit scenes from our past memories is the hippocampus. The hippocampus, in turn, has connections to the amygdala, an almond-shaped brain mass that is thought to be strongly involved in processing emotion. Okay, so how are these brain structures related to music? Well, think about this. Have you ever heard a song you hadn't heard in many years, and suddenly you not only felt happy or sad, but that old song also made you remember exactly where you were and who you were with when you heard it? Okay, two things were happening. One is that the music was causing a strong emotional response, and the other is that memories associated with the music were retrieved. The assumption, then, is that the brain has the capacity to process and organize music in a way that connects it to our emotions. Now, it's known from research into the psychology of memory and emotions that when there's a highly emotional moment, the brain makes a recording of all of the things that were going on at the moment. So, in a way, you could say that emotional memories come from music. Now, in addition, although it's not easy to detect, listening to music can affect the structure and function of the brain in tiny and subtle ways. One example is that a majority of people have a preference for one kind of music over another. What some researchers believe is happening is that as we listen to the same music over and over again, the brain gets better and better at interpreting the sounds. The brain learns to expect, if you will, interesting patterns. So when we listen to an enjoyable piece of music repeatedly, the reward centers in the brain release feel-good chemicals. The implication is that the brain is training us with rewards to listen to certain types of music. That music might activate parts of the brain which make us happy suggests that it can benefit us physically and mentally. In fact, musical therapy is already being used by doctors and in hospitals. In one case, a woman with Parkinson's disease, a disease that makes it very difficult to stay balanced and to walk, could easily move her legs while she was listening to music. This patient showed improved balance and wanted to continue dancing. Musical therapy has also been effective in treating patients with brain injuries and depression. Music has also been shown to provide intellectual and social benefits in the classroom. In one study, compared to students having standard curricula, students who had a social studies curriculum that involved music achieved higher grades in history and had significant increases in positive social behavior, including helping and sharing with their classmates. So, to wrap it up, we've discussed some interesting research. And we've discovered that there are some remarkable implications of how music affects our brains.